The National Lottery Jet Set. Everything's reserved, except the winners.
Join me, Eamon Holmes, for Jet Set and the National Lottery Draws, live Saturday, 7:35 on BBC One.
Grey matter with skirt walks into a room full of trousers. Trouser 1 talks.
Stockings or tights?
Trouser 2 talks.
Stockings.
Trouser 1 talks again.
Panties or thong?
Trouser 3 objects.
For God's sake!
Trouser 4 pipes up.
She dresses like a high class. She should at least have the decency to behave like one.
Now grey matter with skirt talks.
You've got a big and a small. I prefer men the other way round.
Whoever said that it's a man's world has never met Sarah. Outlaws, partners in crime, other people's crimes. Sunday at 10 on BBC Two.
That one programme really made a difference. BBC One's marking 25 years of Watchdog. And that's in a few minutes. Well, let's take to the slopes first on BBC One. The skiing weather now from Darren Bett.
Hello there, welcome to our skiing roundup. Of course, this time last week Helen Willits was talking about the lack of snow in Europe, and it looks like I'm going to be doing the same thing again this week. This narrow band of cloud actually brought a bit of snow into the Alps, but certainly not everywhere. And that weak weather front is getting squeezed away, and instead we're seeing a return to high pressure that will settle things down, keep it dry, keep it sunny, and that high pressure extends its way into Andorra as well. And here we've had no snow at all during this year, so the runs are hard and packed. It's quite icy in the shade as well. And for the Pyrenees this weekend it remains dry and sunny, and those temperatures just below freezing. Let's head into the Alps and Maribel, part of the Three Valleys system of course, where we've been pumping in some artificial snow here. It's been a long time since we've seen any snow, so conditions are pretty hard I think across many of the runs. Now we have seen some snow elsewhere in France in the last 24 hours. That's been affecting Avoriaz, but the snow is very packed. But really just a dusting of snow in the last 24 hours, not really making too much of a difference. Similar sort of story in Switzerland as well, in Davos. Again, on the runs to the resort, it's quite bare and it's rocky as well, despite that just a covering, a dusting of snow. Now, big sporting events taking place in Switzerland this weekend. It's the big alpine event in Wengen, the men's downhill and the men's slalom on Sunday. It'll be packed with spectators, a lot of history to this event, and it should be a fantastic weekend, whatever the weather, I suspect. And we're looking at the best of the conditions, though, not in Switzerland, but in Austria. Here we have seen a bit more snow here. It's made a difference, not been a lot, but it's certainly improved things. Still 66 centimetres over the upper slopes here. Germany's struggling, though. It's been quite mild here, and although we have seen some snow over the very tops, it's been raining at the lower levels, particularly on the runs to the resort. And in Cortina, it's been dry so far during the whole of this year. Last snow was December the 26th, so the runs to the resort pretty bare and rocky as well. That's our featured resort this week, a very popular one with the Italians. Great for all standards of skiers. And again, a lot of history with Cortina. It hosted the Winter Olympics back in '56. And not a bad transfer from Venice, only 2 hours on a good day. And this weekend sees another event taking place, the ladies downhill, on Saturday and Sunday. And it looks like the Alps stays dry and sunny through this weekend. And again, watch out for some patches of mist and fog. That's been a problem over the last couple of days. There is some snow to be had. Again, it's in Scandinavia, looking good in Lillehammer. We've had lots of winter storms piling in here. And worth taking a quick peek at Scotland. Glenshire is open 10 centimetres over some of the upper slopes. Let's head away from Europe, across the Atlantic into North America, where you'd expect to see the best of the conditions at this time of the year. It's been a bit hit and miss, though. Head your way in towards New England and Stowe. It's been artificial snow that we've been piling in here because we've seen some pretty mild air just recently. Milder air coming in ahead of this quite active weather front at the moment, piling in that warmth from off the Gulf of Mexico. Behind that active weather front, it turns very much colder very quickly, so we may well see some snow piling its way eastwards, and then it turns much colder in the east. Better conditions here, slightly milder possibly towards the west. But even as you head your way northwards into Canada and Tremblant, it's quite hard pieced quality here, wet for the runs to the resort. And in Whistler too, you'd expect to see a bit more snow than we've got here at this time of the year. Still good, but certainly the best of the conditions, again, further south into California. The Rockies, Sierra Nevada, heavenly in heavenly, excellent conditions here. If you can, you need to head into America. And if you can, you need to head to the Rockies. That's it. Good night.
If you want to know the weather, wake up your red button.
Digital viewers can catch weather forecasts for free at any time with BBC Eye. You can check the next 5 days for your local area or international weather for your trip away. Press red now for the latest weather outlook on BBC Eye.
Okay, people, shall we get going again? We've all got homes to go to. Okay. Next item on the agenda, subcommittees. For the benefit of new governors, we're all expected to help out on at least one subcommittee. Susan, perhaps you could help with special needs.
I'd much rather be on the Finance Committee.
We try to make use of governors' experience in the subcommittees they serve on.
Good, because I'm a qualified chartered accountant.
No, that wasn't what I meant.
And I work for a recruitment consultant. David, do I assume being spokesman for a fertiliser company qualifies you to be chair of governors?
See the person, not the disability. Find out more. Visit the website.
And one reason is why I stood tight. Full of distractions. Interruption. Subtitle 11.
For more information, call 08703 333 083.
Holidays in the danger zone in half an hour. Nicaragua's the destination at 2:25. Before that, BBC One's marking 25 years of Watchdog.
How do Einstein's ideas affect our lives today?
What does E equals mc squared mean?
Does time go slower the faster you travel?
Was Einstein's judgment clouded by his beliefs?
What is the theory of relativity?
Why did the world's greatest scientist face ridicule at the end of his life?
Was his last theory doomed to fail?
For a straight answer about Einstein, look to Horizon, next Thursday at 9 on BBC Two.
Here on BBC One now, let's take you to an island full of treasure.